Hey, this is Andrew from Texarkana Gazette. Really quick, about as fast as I can, I'm going to explain this whole process. Um, the very first step, of course, very easily, is to create a new document. It can really be any size. It needs to be a 72 pixels per inch resolution, though, which I have here. I went ahead and worked ahead and made some various quick ads, just placeholder stuff, of course. Uh, the very first thing I like to do is always make a shape. It needs to be rectangle, of course. So let's see, what have I not made? A 160. Whoa, I did that really big. 160 by 600. And you really want to try to align things up to be to where they're like straight lines across. These are actually slices already made. Um, let's delete that one and that one. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to make many Photoshop documents inside of one major Photoshop document, but the miniature ones will not be exported at all. Like, I mean, yeah, they won't be an external image or Photoshop documents at all. It's really, really, really handy, really, really fast. So what you want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off these slices so they're not distracting. Is you want to make your shape, and then you want to name it the size. It's just, whoops, it's just way easier that way to name it how big it is so you can quickly find it. And once you do that, you need to right click, convert to smart layer. That smart layer is now what you call a PSB. It's basically a PSD. It's just a different format. It's very similar. And it actually is a temporary file, so you don't have to export that at all. Like, you don't have to, it's not an external PSD. It's just temporarily saved into this major document. So when I double click it, I can open it up as if it's its own document. That is the whole process right there in a nutshell. Um, well, that's one of them. I guess that's. I'm sure y'all may have already used that, and you may not have sliced things up, and that's what I'm going to try to teach you. So this is its own document, right? I mean, it's still here, but it's also there. The cool thing is, because they're all snazzy together like this, I can, oops, drag and close that. It's already saved. Let's delete this. I can resize that to be just pixel perfect. Oh, come on, save. Not image, transform. Now, I just pushed Control S to save this, or Command S, and now it's actually updated right there. I can actually change whatever I want to, and it doesn't update until I press Control S to save it. But that's how easy it is to quickly work on each one. You don't double click them here. You double click them over in the layers, of course. So that is that whole process. Now let's move on to of course you could save this out as a straight up PNG. Sorry that I'm getting off topic. Save this as a PNG. And now it's really easy to send this away to a client to get it approved. You could have, a fancy logo there, like Texarkana Gazette, and have the date, who made it. You could even give insight to your process really quick, because this will not be what's exported. It'll actually be these individual images. So let's get on to that. You would use the slice tool. Yay. I've already sliced some out, but let me show you. Using smart guides, it is really easy. Use the slice select tool. Let's name it the size that it is. That is very important, actually. Then let's select these things that aren't actual images. That's not an image. You need to really kind of look at every little square, and if there's no ad there, it does not need to be an image. It does not need to be exported. No image. Ta-da! Let's see. No image. These, they're named their size, and they are images. Zoom out. Alrighty. Let's export. Save as web or for web. Then what you'll do is, let me zoom out real quick. I will select the ads and the ads only. I'm going to pick PNG. I could pick JPEG as well if I wanted to. Save. This actually doesn't matter because it's going to go in this folder. It's going to create an images folder. And there they all are. I have, oh, that was actually something I renamed because I had rehearsed this. It's still terrible, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I rehearsed and I'm still terrible at this. Anyways, so here's the actual images. Individually saved as PNGs. You can then, rename it just, normally and put that on there so you can separate them in case they end up getting put in the same folder. You'd have a bunch of 300 by 600, you would want to name them. That's pretty much that process. And it's really easy. Let's say the client actually has already approved of them. And after seeing this, they're like, yeah, that looks great. And maybe they change their mind, which hopefully they don't do that. But let's say they do. You can then work on all this really easy, really quickly. I can even which is really cool. That's the wrong one. Let's say we don't really even like that color. Say we decide to go more like an orange color. We can then save out as a PNG and send this to them. They look at it. Trying to find something that is easy to open and look at. They look at it and they're like, yeah, that looks great, actually. That looks absolutely wonderful. And you're like, good, it's approved. Finally. Let's go ahead and export this out. Save for web. I've already actually set these up to export as PNG, which is really cool. Once you save this PSD, you really don't have to build a quilt again. Like I've made maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 packages, little precision target packages, and I don't have to remake a new quilt every time because I just open the old PSD, save it as a new PSD, and edit each one of these little boxes. Easy peasy. It's really nice. Save. It'll actually, look, it's actually going to replace them. And I go to the folder. There they all are. Of course, if I had renamed them, it wouldn't ask me to replace them because it's saving, these new size. I would have, we actually saw that a while ago where I had one that was renamed. It was just sitting out here. So that's pretty much the whole process in a nutshell. And it's really nice. Really, really nice. You can do all kinds of fancy things in these areas that you're not actually saving out as a advertisement because you can really make this look nice for the client. You can have an example of a Facebook ad, which I actually do. I don't have the document here, so I can't show you, but that's how I basically do it. And it's really nice to just really show them what they're getting for their money. That's kind of all they care about. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for rambling and stupid, not funny jokes. I hope y'all like this process. It's pretty easy. I don't know if it improves the speed of doing all this. I can't see how it hurt. It surely makes it easier. Anyways, thanks for watching.